Good morning, students. Welcome to the fourth session. In the previous sessions, we had completed the first chapter, Evolution of Computers. Hope all of you have downloaded the notes and written it in your copy. If you have not done it, please do it today itself and learn it also. Today, we will start the second chapter, Types of Software. Before that, let's have a quick revision of what we had studied in the previous lesson. In the previous lesson, we studied about various calculating devices, abacus, Napier's bone, Pascaline, difference engine, analytical engine and tabulating machine. Then we studied about various generations of computers. Computers are classified into 5 generations. First generation was a period of 1940 to 1958. They use vacuum tubes. They were huge computers, generated a lot of heat and air conditioner was needed. Second generation computers developed during 1959 to 63. They used transistors. That was also generated lot of heat. AC was needed. Large computers. Then third generation computers was a period of 1964 to 70. They used integrated circuits. Fourth generation computers used microprocessors. That was 71 onwards. The computers which was developed 71 onwards, we call it as fourth generation computers. Then fifth generation computers, present and beyond. Some of the applications we are using it now. Fifth generation computers used artificial intelligence. That means the computers can behave, think and act like humans. They used ultra-scale integration. Then we studied about characteristics of computers. Speed, accuracy, high storage, diligence, versatility, multitasking, etc. are the characteristics of computers. Then we studied about the limitations of computers. Computers can't think. It is just a machine. It has no intelligence. It does not have feeling like a human. It depends upon power or electricity. Computers cannot implement any policy. Even though it has all the data, it cannot implement any policy. These are the limitations of computers. Now, we will start with our next lesson, types of software. In this lesson, the following topics will be discussed: software and its type, system software, utility software and application software. So students, you are well aware that computer is an electronic device which performs various tasks. It is made up of electronic components. The electronic or physical components used in a computer are known as hardware. You have learnt in the previous classes that hardware is the part of the computer, or it is the components of the computer, physical components. Hardware cannot work by itself. They need step-by-step instructions or programs We need a set of programs that help in proper functioning of a physical or hardware components of a computer. These programs tell the hardware what to do and how to do. A program that runs on the computer is called a software. So, software is a set of programs responsible for smooth running of a computer. Okay, so software is a set of programs which is responsible for the smooth functioning of a computer. So, a software is a set of programs that controls the operation of a computer, and hardware is the physical components. Examples of software are MS Office, antivirus, MS Paint, Windows Media Player, etc. Software can be categorized into system software and application software. Now we will study about system software. What is system software? System software is a collection of programs designed to control the operation of a computer system. It is the interface between the hardware and the application software running in a computer. It is a program specially designed to control various activities of a computer system. It manages the smooth working of a hardware as well as software components of a computer. It establishes a link between hardware and the user's programs. System software is of four types: operating system, device driver, language translator, and utility software. So, system software is of four types, which are the operating system, device driver, language translator, and utility software. System software, it is a collection of programs designed to control the operation of a computer system. So there are four types. Okay. Now we will study about what is operating system. An operating system is needed to operate a computer. It controls the overall activities of a computer. Let's understand operating system with an example of a motorbike. You have a bike with petrol, but it does not move by itself until you drive it. So, you are the operator of the bike. In the same way, a computer is almost a showpiece without the operating system. The operating system drives the computer and make it work. So, an operating system is the most important system software. You cannot work on a computer without the operating system. An operating system is the interface between the user and a computer. When a computer is switched on, the operating system is the first software to be loaded into the memory. So once you switch on the computer, the operating system loaded into the memory of a computer. Some of the examples of operating system are Windows, Linux, Android, iOS, all this, iPhone operating system. All these are the examples of system software. All these are the examples of operating system. Now let's see what are the functions of an operating system. It controls the application software running on a computer. That means it runs the application software like MS Paint, Word, PowerPoint, etc. It assigns the hardware needed to perform a task. It controls the working of all the input and output devices. Next point is it provides security. by means of password to prevent misuse of a computer. Next point is it allocates the memory required for each task. Memory management. It assigns memory to various programs whenever required. That is the operating system which assigns memory. Then it helps in creation and deletion of files and folders. So the operating system keeps stacks of information regarding creation, transfer, copying, storage, etc. of files and folders. It manages data stores in the memory. That means it assigns memory to various programs whenever needed. It keeps a track of the processes that the computer performs. The operating system manages the working of the processor by allocating various jobs to it. So these are the functions of an operating system. Now we will study about device driver. What is device driver? Device driver is a software used to control and manage an external device like hard disk, printer, digital camera, scanners, speakers, etc. Different hardware devices require a driver to connect to a system. Driver is a type of software that controls particular hardware which is attached to a computer. It takes commands or instructions from the operating system and passes them onto the external devices. So, device driver used to control a particular device that is connected to a computer. Now we will study about the next topic, language translator. So students, a computer cannot understand human language. It only understands binary language. You have learned that binary language consists of only two digits, 0 and 1. Writing a program in a machine language or a binary language is difficult for the programmers. Therefore, to write computer programs, the programmers use various other languages like C++, Visual Basic, Java, etc. A language translator changes the instructions into binary language. So, a language translator can change a high-level language program into machine language or binary language. There are three types of language translators used by a computer. They are assembler, compiler and interpreter. What is assembler? Assembler is a translator that converts a program written in assembly language into machine language. Now, what is a compiler? Compiler is a translator that converts a high-level language program into a machine language before the execution. A compiler translates the entire program and then executes it. Entire program together, it translates and then the program is executed. Now, what is an interpreter? Interpreter is also a translator. It converts the program written in high-level language into machine language. The only difference between compiler and interpreter is the interpreter translates the program line by line. Okay, the interpreter translates the program line by line, then it executes it. So there are three types of language translator: assembler, compiler and interpreter. A language translator is used to change a program into binary language. Okay. So let's revise what we have studied today. First we studied about software. Software is a set of instructions or programs on which a computer works. There are two types of software, system software and application software. What is system software? System software is a collection of programs designed to control the operation of a computer system. It is classified into operating system, device driver, language translator and utility software. Then we studied about operating system. An operating system is the most important software. It is an interface between the user and computer. Then we studied about the functions of an operating system. It controls all the application software running in a computer. It assigns the hardware. It provides security by means of password. It allocates the memory required for each task. It keeps tracks of the processes. It helps in deletion and creation of files and folders, etc. Then we studied about the device driver. Device driver is a software used to control and manage various external devices. Then we studied about a language translator. A language translator is a software used to change a high-level language program into binary language. There are three types of language translators: compiler, interpreter and assembler. So I think all of you might have got your book by this time. So read the books and learn the question answers of lesson 1. That is your homework today. Okay.